I wasn't making six figures, then I'm not considered a high value man.
Okay.
I'm considered a man.
So first, I'm very thankful that I never was taught that.
Me too.
Earlier on in
Because
my life.
I'll be pissed off. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, because first of all, I never needed six figures. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I never needed six figures.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book 91. We're talking to you guys today about Anthony O'Neill's great video. I love his video. He spoke about high value male. I spoke about the six-figure man, which has been flying around the internet quite a bit in the last few years. So guys, I want to react to his video as well, and just kind of add my own commentary and my own 2 pence in there as well. Really respect this guy as well. Love the work that he does. It's amazing, some of the things that he puts out there as well, some of the conversations that he has. But I really think this conversation was needed because the six-figure stuff is madness, because the statistics just don't add up. So this whole notion of finding a six-figure man is so I would say overplayed, and I think it places this fantasy expectation on women to find men like this, and it places a fantasy expectation on men to be these men, because not everyone is there's not a lot of people in that bracket. But yes, let's watch the video. Let's break it down. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notifications that uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Let's get into the video. I want to put it up right here. I'll put this beside us, and let's just take it back from the very beginning, and just so that you can break it down.
If I wasn't making six figures, then I'm not considered a high value man.
Okay.
I'm considered a man.
So first, I'm very thankful that I never was taught that.
Me too.
Earlier on in
Because
my life.
I'll be pissed off. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, because first of all, I never needed six figures. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I never needed six figures. That's the first thing.
Real talk.
The six figures is for me.
Now, the six figures doesn't mean nothing.
Right, but if I'm going to pursue six figures, I'm going to do that for me.
Right.
And I think that's what's the most important part here. What the conversation gets missed. Six figures, high value man, all of that stuff gets put in. And this is something that I heard from a friend where she said, obviously, decentering men from the conversation. Well, men also need to decenter women from the conversation too, which is that you're not doing six figures to get a better woman. You're doing this to improve yourself and your life. But when you do this with a mindset that I'm doing this so I can get a bad gal, then you kind of miss the reason why you're leveling up. You're not leveling up just to get a girl. If that's your case, then your motivation is in the wrong place. And actually what is gonna happen to you is you're gonna go into a mode of worship. You're gonna worship that individual person, that woman, because you don't understand that your value isn't in you leveling up for her. Now, am I saying you shouldn't level up? No, you should level up as much as you can. You should improve as much as you can. You should grow as much as you can. But the conversation shouldn't be centered around you leveling up, growing, and improving your lifestyle, so that just so that you can get women. Do you know what I mean? Like you are missing the quintessentialness of you growing and leveling up and becoming bigger, or becoming better than you were before, which is that it's about you. It's about your growth. It's about you becoming a better human being. It's about your development. Okay, don't go into worship mode where you everything becomes about you doing this for a validation of a woman, or for the appeasal of a woman, to be accredited by a woman. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in that space.
I think if you're living your life in a way to where you're trying to figure out what you need to do to attract someone else into your life, I think you've already lost, because you've misplaced where the prize is. The real prize to be sought in life is not the affection or approval of another person. The real prize to be sought is your own purpose and potential. And when you got that locked down, you ain't got to worry about other people being attracted to you. That's high value. That's high value.
So now what he's explaining is so powerful. So I used to do a video, and I probably need to release it, but I think I deleted it. And I called it the attractive Christian man. And I said one of the things that are most attractive about somebody is somebody running at speed. You ever seen someone that's running at speed? Like when we look at Usain Bolt, we're attracted. Why? Because he's running at speed. When you look at people running at speed, they're going somewhere. There's an urgency to their play. There's an urgency to the way they move. There's an urgency to the way that they want things done, because they can see a vision and a goal, and they want to hit that goal as quickly as possible, okay, with the same amount of quality. And so to be attractive, you want to, another thing is that you want to be a man that's on fire. You have a passion and a burning zeal for this thing. You know what makes Paul in the Bible so powerful is that his zeal and his passion, if you're not Christian, you won't understand, but I know his zeal and his passion makes him so attractive. I was speaking to a friend the other time, and I was saying, like, your line of work, if you found a man that was as passionate and as down for the line of work that you do, would you find him attractive? Yeah, absolutely. Because the passion is a fire, and the naked flame, when you see it, and as it's dancing, there's something attractive about the naked flame and the cackle of those flames, right? Maybe not for everybody, but for a lot of us, when you look at the naked flame dancing, there is something attractive about it. When you are on fire with your goal and your vision and your calling and your, someone might say purpose, I like to say calling more of a case, your gifting, yeah? When you're operating in its full capacity, it becomes attractive. People want to be with you and be like you and be you, because what they're seeing is you tapping into your you tapping into your potential and fulfilling it. We all want to see water move. When water begins to move at speed, it begins to attract the birds and the fishes and the bears, because as that water's moving, things are shifting and being moved. That becomes an attractive destination for animals, because as the water's shifting and moving, it's depositing, lifting up and moving elsewhere, right? And so now you must be the flowing water. You must be the cackling flame. You must be on the go. All right, you must be passionate. That's what brings people to you. You know what, why do people watch YouTubes? They watch it because they see the energy, the passion of that YouTuber. You don't hear me say, yeah, and so we've got another sixth form. You see, you're intrigued by what I'm bringing to the screen. Am I infused by what I'm doing? Don't confuse my speed with me being excited. As in my talking speed, but you can see it all on me. The way that I present myself, the way that I talk, the way that I get excited about certain subjects, and people resonate with that. That's what becomes attractive, right? People are attracted to those things. Let's keep going.
Hey, no. Bro, listen, man, I'll be on Clubhouse. And my team wants me to do a show in a year, and I'm like, I don't know. Because I'm like, man, I know school teachers, I know firemen, I know police officers, I know people who serve in the military who make $50,000, $60,000 a year, and they are high, I wouldn't even say high value. These are just good, solid, quality men.
Right.
And then let's not even go on the other side. They say, if you're not a good-looking woman with a nice shape, you're not a high-value woman. And for me, I just can't even put a value on my queen,
And I think that's what the issue is here, is that there's become this and I say my favorite word is arbitrary, reductive conversation from both parties, red pill, pink pill, feminine movement, masculine movement, all the men go their own way nonsense. Both parties operate in toxicness because they operate at the furthest spectrums of each other. All right, when women are only wanting to play hypergamy to its fullest account and use men for money, and then the men are using women for their looks and their youth, and it's like it becomes very arbitrary, and it's no longer about. This is why God is so needed. It's why Christ is so needed, because the focus of relationship doesn't just become about me using you. It doesn't become about me just being able to get as much as I can out of you. It becomes about what is our calling here in this relationship? How do we glorify God? This is why when you leave it up to men, when they want to glorify something, they will only glorify themselves. They will only glorify the gods that they have made with their bare hands. They will only glorify the things that they have made with their own hands, and that breeds toxicity and danger. When the motive isn't love anymore, and the motive is your finances, and your motive is how bad she looks, trust and believe it becomes toxic, because love in itself is God. And when God lays down the foundations of what your relationship should look like, what he's letting you know is, listen, all the other things are great, okay, in its time and in its season. But when they become the sole focus, they take you to a place that's dark. They take you to a place of manipulation and using. All right. So that this whole conversation, there's good parts of it when it talks about high value and high value men and women. I get it, but it quickly descends into just being about what I can get out of you, right? Rather than actually. And remember, I keep saying this: it's the problem isn't the attaining. The problem is the maintaining. A lot of people are not maintaining. It's all well and good you attaining a six-figure man. It's all well and good you attaining a buff-looking gal. But how are you maintaining it? If I give you a Ferrari, if I give you a Porsche, it's all well and good you attaining it, but can you maintain it? Do you have the finances to even maintain it? Do you know what I'm saying?
My best thing.
Sure.
Because God said that's my best thing. There is no value I can put on that. Now, does she bring value? Does she help me out? Absolutely. But I don't know, man.
Man, let me say one more thing about this 6 figures.
Oh, shoot.
Because I love the idea of there being more young brothers out there today that want to be in the six-figure club.
Amen.
I love that idea.
And you need to be rocking with me because that's what I'm gonna teach you how to do that.
Right. But if you tell me you want to make six figures because there's some girl that you like, my question to you is going to be like, bro, but don't you want that for yourself?
That's it.
Like, hold up. You don't want six figures for yourself,
You want it.
but you're pushing to get into that club because she
Worship.
will like you?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Worship.
I want you to want it for yourself, man. You've already lost, bro. And I
Yep.
want you to want it for yourself.
That's the problem with brothers today, man.
Yeah.
We associate success with money.
Yeah.
I'll get a good woman if I make good money.
Yeah.
And that's not the case.
And that's I think that's something I've really focused on, which is that, listen, my focus, is building good relationship and partnerships with people. So if I'm choosing a partner, don't get just, I want to make good money because I want to be able to take care of my family and have a healthy freedom in that relationship. But I'm not making this money so that I can choose a really good girl. No. I understand the correlation of having more money and certain type of girl that will come across. My focus isn't that. My focus is to improve my life, first of all, for me. You understand? And also as well to achieve my best potential. Like when I'm doing this YouTube, I'm doing it and I'm hoping that I can put my best foot forward. I always want to put out great content to aid other people. I want to help other people see better, communicate better, live better, have better relationships. That's my goal when I'm doing my YouTube. So understanding that it's not just about the money. It can't be all about the Benjamins. It just can't be. You know what I'm saying? So the value can't be tied up in that. You know, I understand the value is partly tied up by that, but it can't be all of that. There has to be a deeper sense of worth that comes from somewhere else other than the finances that are in there. You know, and you find a good woman, you can find a good woman on all levels, and you can find a good man on all levels. Good men don't exist at the six-figure mark, and good women don't exist when you have six figures.
I think if you are a good man, a solid man, a God-fearing man who can provide, who can protect, who can be the priest of his home, you will get a solid woman. And you do not, and it doesn't have to be with money. Now, let's be real. Do I want my brothers who rock with me, who follow me and my brand to make six figures? Heck yeah. I want you to make seven figures. Why? Not so you can have a woman. No, so you can see, so you can lead wealth, so you can lead freedom, so you can lead peace and joy to your family. So you can give an alley hoop to your kids, and set them up to succeed, not just to get married.
That's it, man. Freedom began for me in the relationship arena when I made up my mind that whoever I'm going to be with, she is someone that my life is going to organically intersect with on the path to my purpose.
Bruh. Oh, that is powerful. I've heard it before so many different times, but when I hear it just now, just because also I'm on my own journey, you know, in terms of where I'm going to and moving forward with, you know, getting involved in coaching, getting involved in, you know, YouTube, getting involved in several different projects as well around the base, writing a book. I'm like, listen, this person who I'm going to meet, like I'm on the road to this journey. So the person I'm going to meet, they're going to meet me on this road. But there was other roads that I was taking at the time where I had a smaller mindset. I didn't have a bigger mindset. I had a smaller mindset. My mind wasn't expanded. And the girls that I met, if they met me then and they see me now or they meet me now, my mindset's completely different. I would have killed them. I didn't realize, like, you don't realize, like, because my mindset's completely shifted. Kojo is not Kojo anymore. That Kojo that you know beforehand is different. Even my relationship with finances, money, not how much I have, relationship with it is changed. Listen, I was a tightwad. Let me tell you something. I was a tightwad. Oh no. Culture was tight. Culture was tight. I'm still pretty tight. I'm better now, but I was very, very tight. And I was very, very conscious of the pennies that I spent. I was a budgeter. You understand? But now I realize that the freedom in giving, the freedom in releasing those funds, the freedom in being able to spend even. And I'm not talking about reckless spending. I'm talking about spend on things to help people to have. You listen, when you even spend on yourself, I didn't even spend on myself. I didn't like spending money myself. That's the kind of mindset I had. I was just a hoarder of saving money. That's how I felt like. Do you know what I'm saying? For a rainy day. And a rainy day did come last year when I lost my job. But, so you think about all these things and you suddenly realize, whoa, like, yo, that journey I'm on now, completely different. How I think, how I feel, how I move, different. Do I dress differently? No, not really. But just everything else is different. Do you know what I mean? My mindset. And so my new wineskin of a mindset could not be an old wineskin of a bag. It would tear the bag. So it's meeting somebody on your journey, crucial, man. Love that.
I'm gonna be walking the path that wears my name, and we gonna run into each other along that path.
So would you say,
Yeah,
you're a high value man? What would you?
Of course.
Okay, and why would you say you're a high value man?
I don't know what it means to not be a high value man. I'm dialed in. I'm doing what God created me to do. What's the alternative? Like, what would I need to do to not be high value?
All right. Is your wife a high value woman to you?
Absolutely. I can't even imagine how our lives would have intersected if that were not true.
Oh, wait. Is this a conversation I should do on my show?
I think so.
I want to just end it as well, like I said, your mindset in a time and a season can literally draw people towards you, and they may be good and they may be bad for you. But when your mind is expanded, the type of people that you attract is completely different. And I think for a lot of men, I think our mindsets are expanding, and the expanding causes a lot of men to be in situations where they're dating a woman or being with a woman or marrying with a woman that now doesn't fit their mold anymore. And this is why I thank God that I've not nailed it down in the sense of being married yet, because the mindset shift that I've had is disgusting. And I can't, like I said it before, I would kill the person now. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I realized that the shift of a mindset in terms of the way you think and the patterns of thought, it can draw people towards you. But if it's going to shift considerably, which no one can really guess this, no one can really 100% know my mindset's going to completely shift. Nobody really knows 100%. But when you're striving towards something, when you've got an attainable goal for something, then the mindset begins to move anyway. And I think mine didn't start moving until last year, until I started doing YouTube full time. And then I was like, actually, this is what I've been called to do. When I say that in the sense of not just YouTube, but in terms of helping people, being able to communicate with people, being able to teach people on certain things. And I was saying this another time, that now I'm getting almost at the age of 30. I'm also thinking about shifting my mindset in terms of how I deal with leadership. Because beforehand, I didn't want to lead. I just hated it. But I hated it because I knew I couldn't be consistent. My mindset at the time was a freedom mindset. I need to be free. I need to just have my eagle wings and fly. Now I realize, okay, cool, I'm ready to land. And now I'm at a landing place. I'm willing to have people, I'm willing to take people underneath the wing and educate them one-to-one, solo, be in their life. Do you know what I'm saying? I almost become like a father figure. I wasn't ready for that at 28. I want to keep 100% true. I wasn't ready for that at 26. I wasn't ready for that at 24. I had those aspects, but I wasn't ready for it. Now I'm going close to 30, and it's not the age that's bringing the thing. It's the shift of mindset where I'm going to. I realize now I've got something to add. I need to land. Eagle's got to land. It's okay. You've been flying for a decade. It's time to land. And so mindset shifts are very, very important. So yes, on your road to your place, you're going to meet some great people and some people who are going to potentially be your lifelong partner. So yeah, guys, appreciate you. Stay locked, stay loaded, stay hydrated. I had a little bit of spit there. Look at that. Don't worry about that. All right, cool. Appreciate you guys.